Today we're going to take a brief look at the life cycle of a star. Outer space has always fascinated me, so I decided to do a little research on stars. For those of you that don't know what a star is, go outside and look up at the sky. During the daytime, our Earth is lit up by the sun, the closest star to our planet. At night, you will instead see the dark sky with little light sprinkled about. These are all stars that are much further away, millions and millions of miles away, but we can still see them. And in our Milky Way galaxy alone, there are about 100,000 million stars. Scientifically speaking, a star is a ball of gas held together by the force of gravity. Stars are made mostly of hydrogen and helium. They are hundreds of times the size of our Earth and have a life cycle of billions of years. The surface of stars is a hot, fiery mess of nuclear reactions happening between the elements they are made up of. These reactions are why they shine so bright. Now let's look at the stages of a star's life cycle. When dust clouds in space come together due to the force of gravity, they may create asteroids, planets, or comets, or they may form into stars. It can take millions of years for stars to form. Now, as long as a star has energy to keep combining elements through a process called nuclear fusion, it can stay alive and burning strong for billions of years. This main sequence is about 90% of a star's lifetime. Now remember how stars were made up of mostly hydrogen and helium? Over billions and billions of years of nuclear reaction, all that has to run out sometime. When the hydrogen runs out, the star is reaching the end of its life cycle. With no more nuclear reactions taking place, the star will begin to collapse. The pressure building from this collapse will eventually burn the rest of the helium, and the star will swell. In this bloated state, the star is called a red giant. The core of the red giant is burning helium, which produces oxygen and carbon. As the core burns itself out, there will be leftover material, known as a planetary nebula, and the cooled remains of the star will become either a white dwarf or a black hole. Black holes are regions in space with gravitational force so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. White dwarfs tend to be about the size of the Earth, yet they are composed of a dense amount of material. This material will keep burning brightly until the dwarf becomes so cool that it no longer emits light and, in theory, becomes a black dwarf. This cooling process is thought to take so long that no black dwarfs even exist yet in the universe. White dwarfs, as they use the last of their energy, create nova, which are giant explosions, a mix of matter which may form into new stars, and the cycle will start all over again. And that is a short summary of a star's life cycle. So the next time you look up at the sky, you know a little bit more about what exactly you're looking at.